Welcome to BastionGPT, the AI assistant and scribe built for healthcare professionals. In this quick overview, you'll learn the essentials of how to generate high-quality progress notes, treatment plans, or virtually anything else you can think of, all by using just your written notes and our AI assistant or our AI scribe. We'll show you how to train the AI to match your writing style and format, and we'll demonstrate how to create reusable prompts that save time and boost consistency. We will also demonstrate how BastionGPT can act as a safety net in your workflows to help ensure your notes are incredibly clear and comprehensive, all without compromising on data security or compliance. BastionGPT is more than just another AI tool. It was designed for healthcare professionals by experts in healthcare and cybersecurity with compliance at its core. Unlike other AI platforms, it's fully HIPAA compliant from day one and trusted by clinicians around the world. Let's get started. This is the main AI assistant view. The most fundamental part is right here in the center, the text box. This is where you'll interact with BastionGPT using requests, which we commonly refer to as prompts. You can simply type your prompt here in natural language, just like you're asking a colleague for help. You might have seen online that there are special techniques or keywords you can use to speak to AI to get better responses. While that can help, especially for complex tasks, don't let that stop you from getting started. One of the strengths of BastionGPT is that it works well even if you're just typing naturally in your own words. You can always refine and revise later. What matters most is just getting started. So, let's start out with something simple, like writing up some interventions. Now, since I'm a faster talker than a typer, instead of typing my prompt here, I'll go ahead and press the dictation microphone icon right here and start talking. My client is 42 years old, has severe depression from recent loss of her partner, suffers from an inability to keep up her daily routine, and spats of anger directed at those around her. Provide CBT interventions. Since I'm done dictating for now, I'll press the microphone button again to turn that feature off. Once the text is populated, I'll click this orange submit button to send that over to the AI to process. Behind the scenes, BastionGPT is automatically selecting the best AI model for you, configuring the best AI settings for that model, generating a response tailored to your input. In most cases, you'll get a response in a few seconds. In some cases, though, our system will look at your prompt and determine that you need an AI model that spends a bit more time thinking about your prompt before it answers. So in those cases, it will generally take around 20 seconds to start responding. Now let's say we review the output for accuracy. We like what we see, and we want to turn this into some homework for our client. We can just tell it something like this. Put this into a format I can give to the client as homework. We can see some homework was generated based off the interventions. Now, this might be good as is. If you want to keep making revisions, you can keep having a conversation in the chat box down here. So I could say just include the interventions, no commentary from you. Alternatively, you can click the edit icon here and modify or redo the query. So let's add some additional instructions here by clicking on the edit button. Just include the interventions, no commentary from you. And it will redo our prompt with the updated instructions. This kind of process, where you are manually telling the AI everything you want it to do, is great for starting out and training your brain to work with it. Next, let's jump into one of the time-saving superpowers of BastionGPT, saved prompts. Over here on the right-hand side is your prompt library, where you can save prompts, reusable instructions, templates, or other background documentation for quick access. Let's open one up. I'll choose this example for generating the background section of a psychological evaluation report. You can name each saved prompt whatever you want, and then fill it with clear instructions for how the AI should handle repetitive or specialized tasks. Prompts like these are totally customizable. You can use your natural language, tone, and terminology to fill in the instructions that matter most to you. What I have in here is just an example. One trick if you want to get the AI to write like you and reduce the edits you have to make after the fact is to give it a sample of what your ideal output looks like. So here we have the instructions for the AI to follow. And below that, I have a sample report that the AI can use to mimic my writing style, my formatting, and my tone. Now, to use it, just provide some data for the AI to work from. We can either copy and paste notes into this chat box, or we can click this paperclip icon to select our file. Our Plus plan offers support for much larger documents, multiple file attachments, and more file types. Otherwise, both of our plans offer the exact same top-quality AI models from OpenAI, Claude, and Gemini. In this case, I have a document here with my loose notes from a session, and I can attach that. Then click on my saved prompt, and then click the Submit button. Now, BastionGPT will take a look at any documents or text you have added along with your instructions and give you its response, matching your style and formatting. You'll see a button for response modes here. Auto detect works well for most queries, especially as a beginner, so feel free to leave this alone, but there is also no harm in experimenting. Most folks stick with auto detect, but some find certain modes might work better for their preferences. Creative might be good for brainstorming intervention ideas, while analytical takes a bit longer to think for more structured, detailed outputs like summaries or reports, which is why that mode takes around 15 to 20 seconds before it starts generating the final text for you. On the left, you have your chat history. It will stay around for as long as you like. Specific chats can be deleted, or you can delete all chats at once via the Clear Conversation button at the bottom. You can also rename them or group the chats into folders. So for example, if I wanted to label this chat with a specific patient name and appointment date, I can note that here. One of the more common questions we get is, how does BastionGPT implement memory? ChatGPT by default will use the data you give it to form a mini AI model about your preferences. But since we are in a healthcare context where client data is involved, BastionGPT only remembers information within a single chat session. It will not build a model of your entire chat history, and it won't remember details across different chats. This is a deliberate design choice for client privacy and to meet healthcare compliance regulations. Patients don't generally consent to their data being used to train AI models that will be used for other patients, so we can't include their data in the training of that AI memory. AI memory also has a tendency to occasionally leak sensitive information, and we can't tolerate even one client's data accidentally appearing in another's documentation. This is why we offer an alternative with the prompt section on the right. With just a click, you can add in information about your preferences, writing styles, style guides, company policies, billing and coding guidelines, or any other background info that the AI might not have been already trained on, which the AI can use as a form of memory for that chat. This approach gives you flexibility without compromising security and ensures BastionGPT stays compliant, session after session. Safety Net provides error checking and quality assurance. One powerful capability of BastionGPT is to act as a sort of safety net to help double-check your work. In this case, let's take one of my progress notes. We can upload that here. Then I'll use one of my favorite saved prompts, which I call my safety net. It's a saved prompt on the right panel, and when I hover over it, you can see the edit icon. I'll click edit so we can see what it does. If we take a look at that prompt, it is basically asking BastionGPT to look through whatever documents I give it to find errors. And I've given it some specific things I care about. So if you have things in particular that you want to make sure are more highly scrutinized, like if you have a dread of, say, mixing up the names of your clients, you can add those concerns here so the AI can be a bit more sensitive in catching those particular issues. So we can click on that saved prompt, then submit it to the AI using the Submit button, and let's see what it will find for us. The first item here, it notes an example where the note was a bit vague, and better, more precise language could be used. There is an observation where there might be an unidentified diagnosis based on the notes. We also see that there is a discrepancy in the notes, where I've noted my session took place April 28th, but I signed it April 22nd, so I need to go back and fix that error. I'd highly encourage you to give this a try on some of your prior progress notes to see how BastionGPT could have caught some errors or otherwise improved the overall quality of your documentation. We've seen our customers go from initial hesitation around using AI in their practice at all to just a few months later considering it a standard of care in their practice. Many customers even consider it a patient safety risk to not have BastionGPT's assistance in helping them with their documentation. As you gain more experience, you'll naturally come up with new ways to use BastionGPT. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know which parts of your workflow consume your time or energy, and we'd be happy to share even more powerful ways BastionGPT can help. The last item we will cover is our AI Scribe. It can be used to record anything from sessions with clients, administrative meetings, or even as a higher quality way to dictate your notes. It uses healthcare and mental health specific AI models, which are also trained to recognize regional differences such as Canadian or Australian English. To access transcription, you can click on the transcription button in the upper right corner. We support 2 options for transcriptions, as some users like to have a separate recording device or an app on their phone, where they can then upload that file for processing at a later time. But today, we will use this option on the right to demonstrate the live transcription option. The first time you access this on a new browser, you might get a pop-up that asks you to allow BastionGPT to access your microphone. You want to make sure that you click yes on that. You can then title your session whatever makes the most sense to you. In most cases, you can keep the microphone here just as it is. And if you just have one microphone on your device, then you just have the one microphone to select. You can see here I have quite a few. I'll pick the one that works best for me, which sits between me and where my client would sit, or in the case of a virtual visit, it should be between me and my computer speaker, so it can pick up both sides of the conversation. If you only want to capture your side of the conversation, you could use headphones. I'll then keep the language as default, but this is where you can select a regional dialect or another language altogether. You can then click the Start Recording button, and as you speak, you can ensure the audio is being captured when the wave animation moves. Once you're done recording, you can press the Stop Recording button, and if you want to create an audio file that saves to your device, you can do that with this Download button. Otherwise, just press Generate Transcript, and we can see the AI then starts work on transcribing the audio. While it's processing here in the upper left corner, we can start another session, or just wait for the session we just submitted to complete. BastionGPT utilizes sophisticated transcription technology that does advanced analysis of the audio and generates different speaker profiles. So with that, we can more reliably label the different speakers in a session, which enhances the AI's ability to act as a scribe and generate the highest quality documentation you can find on the market, delivering results that often outperform tools that charge over 10 times as much per month. We support up to 4-hour-long sessions, with the longer sessions taking upwards of 60 minutes to process. Once your transcription is complete, you can click here to view the transcript. If you want a summary of the recording, you can click here and the AI will generate that for you. We have a number of pre-configured note types here as well. Now, if you have specific criteria for your summary, or if you want the transcript to be used to create different reports, or reports that are formatted just the way you want them, you definitely want to use the Custom Note option here on the far right. The Custom Prompt area is a small window, but feel free to load this up with instructions or even a sample of the document and writing style you want it to mimic. Here, I'll type a custom document request based on the transcript and my personal preferences. Create a highly detailed DAP note. Use narrative format. Don't use gendered pronouns. Always refer to the therapist as the therapist and the client as the client, never their real names. From there, you can press Submit and watch it work its magic. You can copy just a section of the text by clicking and dragging, or we have a copy and a download button here for both the full transcript and the note. That's how easy it is to go from live audio to finished note. BastionGPT brings together the most powerful healthcare-tuned AI models into one simple, secure platform. You've seen how easy it is to start. Just type or dictate your prompt, and BastionGPT will automatically select the best AI model and settings for your request. Whether you're creating clinical notes, treatment plans, or patient instructions, you're always working in a fully HIPAA-compliant environment where your data and your patient's data stays protected. You have learned how to use the AI assistant to generate and refine documentation, save custom prompts for repeat tasks or templates, train the AI to write like you using sample reports and formatting, run documentation through a safety net review for accuracy and completeness, use the AI Scribe to transcribe sessions, generate summaries, and create custom notes, all in one place. We hope this gives you a solid foundation and a few ideas you can start using right away. If you haven't already, start your free trial at BastionGPT.com. No setup, no fixed commitments, just smarter documentation from day one. On behalf of the BastionGPT team, thanks for watching and welcome to a smarter, faster way to provide the best patient care.